Hello everyone, my name is Sordelina. I am a singer, songwriter, and vocal coach. So this week I had been sick the whole week and I couldn't practice because of that. So it was a good opportunity for me to read something. But before I tell you about what I read and what I learned, I want to tell you something I did to be able to breathe this week. This. I know it looks super dodgy, but it was really useful. It's menthol crystals, and they look like these things. They look dodgy, but it's super natural. So basically what you do with the menthol crystals is you put just a little bit of that in a mug or a bowl, and then you add boiling water, and then you put it a little bit away from you and you breathe that, and it dissipates very quickly. So you have to, not let it sit. And so you breathe softly, and that really opens up your breathing and helps you breathe when you have a cold or something like that. It's really good and very strong as well. So that is what has been helping me breathe this week. Anyway, apart from trying things that help me breathe better, I have been reading a little bit. So, because I had time, right? I was reading a book called The Singing Athlete, and yes, came across a few things that I found really interesting. The first one was the power of practice. Well, this part I knew and I agree with, but since we are here, I will share it with you as well. Then a few things that it says about practice is that first, you have to love it, obviously. And if you don't love it, you can just learn to love it. When I was in singing academy, we would usually get songs to sing that weren't our choice, and sometimes we didn't like them, and the same happened with vocal exercises. So yeah, very often some students tell me I want to practice this because it's boring or whatever, and yeah, that kind of takes a lot of power away from you. I can guarantee that you can learn to love anything you do, and by being curious, by learning what it does for you and how it works. So that's the first thing. The second aspect of practice mentioned in this book is that you have to be present in your practice, meaning you don't practice while thinking about other things or doing other things or being distracted. So being fully present in what you're doing is crucial to develop a good singing. So the third aspect of good practice is that it has to be challenging enough. So what this book says is that you know that something is challenging enough for you if you have 50% failure rate. Another aspect of good practice mentioned in this book is that practice needs to feel safe. This is something I often tell my students, and is that you don't practice in a space, in an environment that is threatening for you, because otherwise you won't get a lot of benefit from it. So as part of your singing practice, you need to find a time and a space that feels as safe as possible. For example, if you live with other people, you can identify what times in the day or in the week the house is alone and you are by yourself. And so you could use that time to practice if it feels safer to sing when there is no one around. Because if you practice while being worried about being heard, then you are not going to be able to fully open your voice, because you're going to be in different modes, not in singing mode. And we talked about this in other videos from previous weeks, which I'm going to leave in the description below for you to check out. Another idea that I found in this book that I thought was super useful, and this is something I didn't come across before, is this idea of the culture of assessing and reassessing the voice. So what this book is saying is that, for example, if you sing a phrase of a song, you assess it, and then you do a vocal drill, then you sing the same phrase again, you reassess it, and if you sound the phrase better than before, that means that the vocal drill you did, it was a high payoff drill. If there was no improvement, it's a neutral drill. And if you sound the phrase worse than before, then that means that it was a rehab drill. Now, high payoff drill is a drill that your brain doesn't consider a threat and it's good to use before a performance. Now, a rehab drill is a drill that your brain finds threatening. So it's not good to do before a performance. And if you find a rehab drill, it doesn't mean you have to stop working on it. It means that you have to work on it to make a neutral or high payoff drill in the future. So some ways that you can do this, for example, you could slow it down. When you're practicing the drill, you can make it more slowly, or you could do it with your eyes closed, or you could change positions. For example, if you were practicing it standing up, you can practice it sitting down or laying down until you find a way to do it that it makes it easier and it lowers the perceived threat in your brain. So I thought it was really interesting and a very interesting way for you to assess yourself, what is good for you right now and what is not. It's really useful, of course, having a singing coach, and you should, if you are wanting to improve. At the same time, you should always be increasing your vocal awareness so you can give yourself feedback. Right, as you can see, my voice is still not the best today, but hopefully that was useful. So I have some news as well that I wanted to share, and is that I am opening a new group class for beginners, and this one is going to be online. If you haven't checked out my programs, you can go to my website and you can see them there. Also, I will leave a link in the description below that you can check. Basically, my group classes are divided into levels, and right now they are happening all in person, but I am opening a foundational level class online. So you can join it. It's going to be on Thursdays at 5:30 p.m. in New Zealand time. And if you're interested, I'm going to be giving a big discount for the first people in. So if you are interested, just email me and I will give you more information about that. And if you like this video, of course, please subscribe and you will be receiving all the updates about it.